There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and Rice Stadium, home to the Owls. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll run the option. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll send the back in motion, trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Here comes the option. Now the toss. There he goes. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Working that left side now. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Rice rushes to the line. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays. And once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
And they did not let let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a fourth and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Motion from the back. Trying to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. Lowers those pads. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And the Owls, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll take it himself. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. To throw, it's Jenkins. Got his man out of the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In all likelihood, this drive will be decided right here. Fourth and goal. Back in motion, try to clear. The Sneak scores it.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, setting the tone, making a statement. Fourth and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. From the gun, looking for a man. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2, and they go on top 8-7. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Past the first down marker and still running. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Quarterback making checks. Gets the back moving. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Runs through the tackle. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
Gonna run it. It's Frazier. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time on target. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Bulldogs are rolling down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Sends it back in motion. Give to the single back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll toss it to the left.
I'll tell you what, sometimes towards the end of that play where you see you're not getting anywhere, I'd like for you to just lower your shoulder and get a few yards. I just don't love it when they finish and run out of bounds.
You know, though, we've both been around so long that we've seen a lot of guys try to make a play every single time, and it ends up making things worse.
No, I get it. You can fight for extra yards, or sometimes you go backwards, or sometimes you lose the football, but Man, I want to put my offense in the best position. That means I need to go lower my shoulder, fall forward, get some extra yards.
Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's caught inside the 30. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crash them down. They've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Now the toss. Fighting off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Just steamrolling the defense. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Tennessee. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes a grab on the shot. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And an awesome job there by the offense picking up the blitz and giving their quarterback a clean pocket to throw from. Doesn't get better than that.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know.
Breaks into the open. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Owls will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the... Oh, the ball's out on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
a return.
You know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
It'll be third and long. The snap sets up to throw. He makes a catch. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. First down.
Motion from the back. He'll ride his man on the option. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
The give to the tailback. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. He got it. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Brings up second down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The option look. The pitch. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Jenkins. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Now facing a 3rd and long. Cricket calls his own number. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up by 21.
Touchdown, Dogs! Stealing a score on special teams. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead.
Rice, 24, Georgia, 22.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. They're working that left side. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On the option. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Here's the heat. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. This time it's complete. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gets the back moving. Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Quinn. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on second down. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He might want another play. To the air, it's Jenkins. Looking left. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Rice.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker slipping down the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Gets it out fast. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's caught. It's Taylor. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, complete. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Frazier. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking downfield on first down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now, because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Dances away to buy time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw again. He caught him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And I love this defense coming up big late in the 4th quarter. 2 sacks in a row all over this quarterback.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.